Hi y'all, Tracey, the Trials of a Long-Haired Girl here. Wanted to take a minute and go over my meal plan for the week. Honestly, as I am still not feeling great, it's not anything super fancy. I am planning on burgers. If you look at my little list here, it says burgers and fixins. Basically, it's what each of us like. Lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, onions. Mine will have Miracle Whip on it because that's just how I roll. And probably either fries or tater tots or maybe both. I'm not sure yet. Kind of depends on what we have. For Tuesday right now, I have planned homemade burrito supremes, Spanish rice, and refried beans. And the Spanish rice is just, I should say it's my version of Spanish rice. I'm literally going to take brown rice that we have, mix some Rotel in with it and probably some cauliflower rice and call it dinner. Wednesday, because it's supposed to get cold again, not like super cold in our area, but it is supposed to get cold again. And I think, Wednesday, the high is supposed to be like 49. Sorry, I know that looks funny, but I was looking at my computer monitor. I have the weather up there. So I think what I'm going to do on Wednesday is I'm going to do beans in the crock pot and make some special cornbread. And if you haven't heard me talk about it before, it is a creation of my mother's. It's kind of like a Mexican cornbread, I think, but it has meat and cheese in it. So basically, I make cornbread from scratch. I put half of it in the bottom of the pan, then I do hamburger meat and cheese, and then I do the other half of the cornbread. My family likes it. So that's probably what we're going to have. Thursday, we're probably going to do tomato soup and grilled cheese. Friday, I have planned for 2-ingredient dough pizzas. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the 2-ingredient dough. I'm going to do a double batch. Then I'm just going to cut it basically into 4. And I'm going to have each of my family members make their own pizza. That way you can put whatever you want on it. Because, I like to have bell pepper and stuff on mine, and my kids are not big bell pepper fans. Like, my son will eat it. My oldest will eat it. It's just not his favorite. My youngest would prefer not to have it at all. So then, as far as like lunches, I'm thinking that I'm either going to do like some chicken quesadillas with refried beans and Spanish rice, maybe some bean and cheese roll-ups for my daughter. Actually, you know what? I may make her some pasta and put fettuccine sauce over it. Because some days it's just nice for her to have something warm. She tends to not eat soup when I give her soup, so it needs to be something a little more hearty. Then I was also thinking that I would make some fried rice, because I thought that might also be a fun option for my family to have, and my daughter will eat the fried rice as long as I don't put chicken in it until, like after. Probably gonna do a ham, egg, and cheese breakfast casserole and have that with fruit for the mornings. Something that I just wanted to talk to y'all about, because I know meal planning and then meal prepping can seem a little overwhelming. and I know my friend Kim at A Girl on Her Phone, as well as some other people, do not do like meals, like complete meals when they're prepping. Um, and I think it's a good thing, because sometimes you don't want to have a full meal at the ready, because what if you don't feel like having it that day? Um, so like the homemade burrito supremes, I already have hamburger meat cooked up. So that meal is going to be relatively easy for me. All I'm going to have to do is warm up my tortillas, um, and make sure that my fixins are ready to go on it. You know, pull out the sour cream, um, heat up my refried beans, heat up my Spanish rice, um, make sure the lettuce and tomato and onions, and if we want olives, you know, things like that, make sure that that's all ready and set out. And then everybody can fix it the way that they would like to have it. But my meat's already done. So, you know, that's a big chunk of time that it would take me that I don't have to worry about. The beans and special cornbread, again, I have hamburger meat already cooked up. All I have to do is put my cornbread mix together, which I may go ahead and, you know, put that in a container so that it's ready, and all I have to do is mix my wet ingredients. You know, things like that. It'll make the process a little faster. And I may actually go ahead and put like my seasonings for my beans. I may go ahead and put those in a little container. So it's done. It's out of the way. Don't have to worry about it. You know what? I may have to change Friday. Anyway, my plan right now will still stay 2 ingredient dough pizzas. If something changes, I may flip flop Thursday and Friday. And then what we may do is we may just come home and eat after. I have a friend that I met when I first started on Weight Watchers many years ago, who has written a book, and she has a book signing. And Christine, I know that you are probably not watching this, but I am proud to know you. I'm sorry that you had to go through everything that you did, but I am proud to know you, and I'm proud to know that you came out the other side and you have made such an impact on so many people. Before I start crying. Anyway, but she's doing a book reading and a talk on Friday night, so that may impact how things go. But at this point, you know, my plan's going to stand, and then I'll figure out how to work that later, specifically, because, you know, as I say so frequently, my plans are subject to change without notice. But yeah, sometimes it's as simple as prepping parts of a meal. You know, like right now, I have brown rice ready to go. So all I have to do is do something with it. If I decide I don't want to make Spanish rice, I do have some Spanish rice in the pantry that I can use in a pinch. But if you do certain things, it can make things easier. Like having your hamburger meat already cooked, already portioned out into 1 pound packages. Having your chicken already cut up, or having it already cooked and portioned out, so that all you have to do is pull out a little bit of it. All of these things help, and it makes it easier for you to stay on plan. Something else that I'm probably going to do, because again, I have an extra day off, which I don't ordinarily, is I'm probably going to make sure that I have some vegetables cut up. I'm going to make sure that I have my fruit. Actually, my fruit is already ready to go, but I'm probably going to get another fruit, because I have strawberries and blueberries already ready to go. But setting yourself up for success, making those little adjustments, whether it's having your carrots already in a package so that all you have to do is grab and go if you want a snack. I know Christy at Planning Us Healthy, she actually will portion out her Snack Factory pretzels, or her Aldi brand of the pretzel crisps, so that all she has to do is grab it and sit down with it. These are things that it's going to take you a little time on the front end, but in the back end, it makes it worth it. Because honestly, I don't know about you, I can sit down with a bag of chips and I can, 9 times out of 10, I can promise you, I didn't just eat one portion. I have had 5 portions or more. There are some things that I can easily portion out and some things I can't. For me now, I can have Cheez-Its in the house and I don't go crazy. But there was a time that I literally would put my container on my scale, measure out my portion, and then put the Cheez-Its out of my sight because I couldn't have them around. It was something that if I saw them, I was going to binge on. These are things that you learn about yourself. You figure out what you can do, what you can't do. What's a trigger now may not always be a trigger. There are some times, I'll be real honest, I can sit down, I can have Oreos in the house. They don't bother me one iota. But there are certain cookies, E.L. Fudge, Fudge Grahams, I have a hard time not eating the entire package. So those are things that unless I'm having a major craving and I know somebody else in the house will help me eat them, I don't buy them and bring them in the house because they are dangerous for me and for my waistline. And I'm just not doing it. My health, my well-being is not worth the cookies in the package. It's just not. So yeah, at the moment, it's burgers and fixins and tater tots and fries, whatever it is that we have or what I buy. Homemade burrito supremes, Spanish rice, refried beans. Beans and special cornbread, tomato soup and grilled cheese, and 2-ingredient dough pizzas. That's the plan as it stands right now. Again, it's all subject to change without notice. Hopefully this will stand because I really, my big goal is to stay on plan for this week. I do not want to find myself in a situation where I'm continuing to go up or where ultimately I'm only down a pound at the end of February. I want to make some headway and I want to do well before my birthday. I don't want to feel like I'm pushing myself to try to get, further down on the scale. And to be quite honest, by the time June rolls around and I'm ready to go to Canada, I want to really be comfortable in my own skin. I am excited, but I know that I need to be better health-wise. Anyway, I hope everybody has a wonderful day. I hope my meal planning kind of helps y'all a little bit. I know I don't really do the grocery hauls and stuff like that, and hopefully I will get to a point where I'm able to do that in the future. Right now, things have kind of been crazy between my son's schedule, his work schedule, and my schedule, and when I can finally sit down and put together the grocery list and do the meal plan. It's just all kind of been crazy, and especially with me being sick, it's kind of made things a little bit harder. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful week. Hopefully, I will see you for a What's Cooking Wednesday. I'm really looking forward to it, and I will see you soon. Have a great day.